Introducing GForce TV. GForceTV.net is your new source for action overload. Featuring free live programming year-round and countless hours of on-demand video, GForce TV will be your first stop whenever you want to see the latest and hottest racing action. See live Friday Night Excitement weekly from Volusia Speedway, and watch the stars of tomorrow make a name for themselves during Thursday night's live microsprint racing. GForce TV is also the new home for Rivals Race Chat. Watch weekly as Clinton Jeffrey and Adam Ross discuss all the hot topics in the world of motorsports. For iRacing fans, GForce TV has you covered with hours of live broadcasting from Rivals and GForce TV racing leagues. GForce TV promises to deliver motorsports, esports, and action sports you want to see, along with talk shows and vlogs to keep you connected to the lifestyle you love. Visit GForceTV.net today to subscribe for free. Sit back, hold on, and feel the G's on GForce TV.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Volusia Speedway Park here in Barberville, Florida, where tonight, round number 4 of the Summer Series for the GForce Racing League Renegades gets ready to kick off here. 3-9 Productions in partnership with the GForce Racing League, proud to bring you live coverage of tonight's race. Tonight's race is just one of 10 GForce Racing League divisions that competes during the week, and we're happy that you've joined us here for tonight's program. Qualifying is now in the books, getting ready to line up heat race number 1. And fast timer tonight. Oh, lost my spot. There we go. The Michigan Madman, Garrett Pepe, fast timer here tonight. He's going to start 4th here in this very first heat race as they will get ready to get him lined up here and get gridded up for our first 8-lap heat race of the night. Tonight's first heat race is brought to you by A&J Custom Creations, specializing in laser engraving and CNC machining. A&J puts their craftsmanship to work in every wood trophy and plaque they produce. Contact A&J Custom Creations to order yours today. All right, here we go. Heat race number 1 rolling off here. Let's tell you how they're going to line up. Going away from the pole here in car number 157 out of Rochester, Minnesota, the Bandy-Built Race Cars. BuyOil.com ride is Jesse Bandy. And starting to his outside is going to be the Pink Flyer. Out of Welland, Ontario, Canada, the American Dirt Motorsports. Dirt Company Media House. Ram Designs, number 11, that's Chad Cote. Cote in car number 11, row number 2 to the inside. Aboard car number 57, driver out of Grand Island, Nebraska, in the Parabellum Motorsports First Class Cleaning Chaddo's Auto Body Ride, that's Jordan Hack. And to his outside, aboard car number 47, the leader of the Parabellum Motorsports Camp in car number 47 out of Michigan, that's Garrett Pepe. Row 3 to the inside, in the Whispering Pines Getaway Airbnb, Schultz Heating and Cooling, number 16, out of Naples, New York, that's Schultz, Mike Schultz. And to his outside, out of Hamilton, Ontario, in the 25th anniversary Volusia Speedway, Volusia Stream Team ride, that is Greg Boydell. Larry Moody in car number 73 is out of St. Louis, Missouri, in the GSR Volusia Speedway, Weggy and Casey I-55 Lawyers of Missouri ride, and he will start alongside car number 414. That is going to be Brennan Lacey out of Bixby, Oklahoma. The Bandy-Built Race Cars sponsored ride. Green flag is out. First heat race of the night is green through turns 1 and 2. Oh, and Cote got into the fence right off the drop of the green flag. He was so down on himself last week after having a tough run while running up front, and the Gremlins jumped out and bit him again here tonight. Tough break there for Cote. He's going to have to go through the last chance showdown tonight. Up front, leading the way, car number 57, driver out of Nebraska. This is Jordan Hack. In car number 57, Hack leading the way. Jesse Bandy right there with him. Garrett Pepe started fourth. He was the fast time trialer of the night. But right now, fans, the track is tacky. It's got moisture. It is locked down, hammer down right now. As Pepe only can hope that Bandy will make a mistake ahead of him. And now he's opened up the door for Mike Schultz, and they make contact in turn 2. Schultz takes the responsibility for the contact there in turn 2, but close quarters racing there off the second turn, and that allowed Brennan Lacey to get by. So a little bit of a racing deal there between Schultz and Pepe. They'll race on, but meanwhile, Lacey's taken over the final transfer spot. You ride on board here with Jesse Bandy as he chases down Jordan Hack, and now here comes Pepe down to the inside for the final transfer spot. Down the back straightaway they go, coming to the white flag this time. Lacey's able to hold him off, but he opens up the door off of turn 4. He's got to shut that door into turn number 1. He does not want to slip up because Pepe is fast and he will take advantage. Pepe is there down to the inside of turn number 3. They're going to drag race up of turn 4, and it's going to be Lacey getting the final transfer spot. Your top 4 finishers here from heat race number 1 was Jordan Hack, Jesse Bandy, Mike Schultz, Brennan Lacey. Your top 4 finishers there. They will transfer directly into tonight's A-Main. Pepe, Boydell, Larry Moody, Chad Cote will all have to go through tonight's E-Toronto Tickets B-Main. Heat race number 2 ready to grid up here. Here's how they will go. Going away from the pole in car number 80 is going to be Kris Steele out of St. Catharines, Ontario. The Overland Heating and AC's Fleet Contracting DA Drywall sponsored ride. He'll start alongside car number 21. Driver that's got himself a new race team here tonight. Out of Burleson, Texas, is going to be Kevin Fry. Kevin Fry, the racing guy. Again, talked about racing here with a new team here tonight. Pretty excited about that. They are now racing under the BFS Motorsports camp. So that's the BFS Motorsports 21. Row 2 to the inside will be car number 71. That is John Hine. John Hine out of St. Louis, Missouri. He'll start alongside car number 69. That's Aiden Young, a transfer out of our Rebels race tonight. Row number 3 to the inside. It's going to be Sean Bowers, also out of the BFS Motorsports camp. New team for him as well. That's the Bowers Fry Smitty Motorsports team. He will start alongside car number 45. That's Matthew Ramsey out of Fresno, California. The Bob's Dive Shop NV5 CMIS sponsored ride. Maximum! Maxime Langevin in 161 will take it away from position number 7. And starting shotgun on the field in a paint scheme in tribute to Dad. Braden Finsel paying tribute to his dad, who will have a birthday coming up on Wednesday. And he's got a throwback paint scheme to one of Dad's old sprint cars. And they are ready to go racing here off of turn number 4. Green lights are on here for heat race number 2. They are racing down the back straightaway. Oh, look out. Hine get a little kick. Oh, look out. Oh, Matthew Ramsey upside down. Boy, it was just a little bit of contact, but he got upside down in a hurry. As they work down the back straightaway, it's Kris Steele in the 80, Kevin Fry in 21, John Hine in the 71, and then behind him we've got Aiden Young in the 69, Maxime Langevin, and now here comes B-Fits. Oh, they make contact off of turn 2, and they're crashing into the infield concrete. Finsel is there on top of the wall, and Langevin got upside down, and they're going to be out of it here in this second heat race. So we will go back and watch your battle here for positions 2, 3, and 4. They've got a little distance on Sean Bowers right now for that final transfer spot, does Aiden Young. Aiden Young, a transfer out of the Rebels race here tonight. He's been doing that quite often here over our summer series. as Young will take it to the outside. Driver out of the Parabellum Motorsports camp, following one of his teammates, John Hine, who has really made big strides in his driving here with the GForce Renegades league. Haven't talked much about Kris Steele. He's checked out on a Monday night cruise here in car number 80. Coming down to take the white flag this time is Steele. Battle is on for 2 as Kevin Fry continues to hold off John Hine for the position. Final trip through turns 3 and 4. It's going to be the driver out of St. Catharines, Ontario, the Overland Heating and AC ride. Kris Steele wins heat race number 2. Second across the line is Kevin Fry out of the state of Texas. John Hine out of St. Louis, Missouri comes home in 3rd. And Aiden Young aboard car number 69, transfer out of our Rebels race tonight, will bring home the 4th and final transfer spot. So we welcome you if you've joined us here on the 39 Productions Facebook page. I understand that there's a little bit of an issue on the GForce TV YouTube side of things, but we are broadcasting here on the 39 Productions Facebook page in the meantime, so you can stay tuned in to the action. We'll work on getting a hold of our friends at GForce TV, see if we can figure out what the problem is there. But we are rolling out heat race number 3, and here's how they will line up. Scotty Edwards in car number 23 out of Kansas City, Missouri, the Radine Racing, Sim Racing Concepts. Sponsor number 23, he'll take it away from the pole, starting to his outside. In car number 51K, that is Jonathan Short. Jonathan Short in car number 51K, the Galen's Homegrown Popcorn. Malcolm Mills Mill Riding, Kreitz Racing, Coast to Coast Racing Sim Team. That's a mouthful. He'll start on the outside pole. Row number 2 to the inside. Aboard the 07K, the Galen's Homemade Popcorn. Kreitz Oval Track Parts. Kreitz Racing, a Coast to Coast Racing Sim Team ride. That is the Aylett Outlaw, Preston Cranmer out of Aylett, Virginia. Kyle Moonen's out of Lima, Ohio in the Vanderbilt Race Cars number 24. Row 3 to the inside will be car number 513, driver out of Brewerton, New York. That is Jeffrey Barker. Jeffrey Barker in car number 513. He'll start alongside Cambridge, Ontario. The High Side Hustler, Connor Ross. Connor Ross in car number 35. And starting in the 4th and final row aboard car number 25 is going to be Francis Major, who transferred out of the Rebels race tonight. He'll start alongside nobody. He's in row number 4, all to his lonesome. 7 cars, 8 laps the distance. Heat race number 3 is underway. They are racing down the back straightaway. Good battle here for position. Again, only 4 cars will transfer to the big dance tonight. And Jonathan Short going to use that momentum around the outside lane. He is going to take the lead down the back straightaway. Scotty Edwards trying to come back hard down on the bottom off of turn 4. Won't get it done. It's still Short on top of the leaderboard, but they are side by side for position number 2. And now here comes Cranmer in the 07 working the top shelf. You've got 3 cars upstairs, and Scotty Edwards all in his lonesome down on the bottom lane. As, boy, they are going to start freight training here as Cranmer starts to get a wheel up alongside Edwards off turn 4. Edwards looking for a gap to try and get to that outside lane, but he can't get it done yet. Now Kyle Moonen goes down to the bottom. Oh, 1 car heavy into the wall on the back straightaway. I think that was Cranmer in the 07. As Jonathan Short continues to lead out front, he has got Kyle Moonen right in his tire tracks as they keep those right side Hoosiers up against the cushion all the way around the racetrack. Meanwhile, here comes the 35 of Connor Ross. Connor Ross down to the inside lane now, as he's got a battle there with Scotty Edwards for 3rd and 4th. That's a good battle for position right there as they are coming to the white flag this time, and it is for Jonathan short, but here comes Kyle Moonen down to the inside, trying to get that Vanderbilt race cars. 24, a run down to the bottom. Oh, he caught the wall, drifts out. He's still going to hold on to a transfer spot, but boy, was that close. Jonathan Short gets the win. Connor Ross in there for 2, Kyle Moonen 3, Scotty Edwards will bring out your top 4 transfers. So good run there for the high side hustler, Connor Ross, bringing it home in 2. Folks, heat race number 2 tonight was brought to you by B-Fins iRacing Paints and Graphic Design. If you're looking for a great racing wrap or top quality custom t-shirt, contact B-Fins today. That's Braden Finsel at B-Fins Designs. Heat race number 3 tonight was brought to you by the iRacing League Manager. If you run or manage an iRacing League, let iRacing League Manager make it easier for you. Go to IRLM.com for more information. That's the iRacing League Manager. Heat race number 4 gridding up here on the front straightaway. Let's tell you how they're going to line up. Heat race number 4 brought to you by 39 Productions. 39 Productions, the official streaming provider of the GForce Racing League Renegades division. Broadcast each and every Monday night right here on 39 Productions and GForce TV. Jeff Fitzpatrick's going to take it away from the front row here out of Blaine, Minnesota in the Vanderbilt Race Cars. Wagaman Brothers, buyoil.com, number 90. He's going to start alongside the 661K. The Kreitz Oval Track Parts, Kreitz Racing, Coast to Coast Racing, Sim Team, Galen's Homemade Popcorn Ride of Terry Landis out of Murrieta, California. Row 2 to the inside, aboard car number 30 out of Aylmer, Ontario. It's the Stephen Goldner Racing Ride for, you guessed it, Stephen Goldner. Starting to his outside, aboard car number 10 out of Fisher, Minnesota. It's the Velocity Race Designs, Easy Ease Autos, JZ iRacing Photos, Balducci Trucking Ride. That is Ross Carinta. Starting to his outside, aboard car number 32 is going to be Wyatt Vick out of Evansville, Indiana, driver formerly out of Aztec, New Mexico. Aztec, New Mexico, you know, that hotbed of sprint car racing. Lane Snook's got a new team here tonight. He is racing with the Kreitz Racing Coast to Coast Sim Team. The Galen's Homegrown Popcorn, number 123. He'll start alongside all 50 feet Backus. Good to see him back with us here tonight in the 46K, the Kreitz Oval Track Parts sponsored ride. That'll do it. 7 cars, 8 laps the distance, 4 more tickets to be punched to tonight's A-Main, and they are green into turn number 1. And it's going to be Fitzpatrick leading them here on lap number 1 as everybody dancing around for position here. Behind them as you've got the 30 of Goldner, the 661K, and now the 123K of Lane Snook. Fast lane looking down on the bottom, trying to find the fast lane around here. Last week's feature winner from Lernerville, Ross Carinta, got washed up to the outside. He goes from 5th back all the way to last. He's got a long road to hoe here as we've got a battle for the race lead. Stephen Goldner. Oh, Goldner caught the concrete. Drifts out to the outside. That'll allow Landis to get by. That'll allow Snook to get by. So Stephen Goldner back to position number 4. That is a transfer spot. So he'd love to stay right there if he can. Wants to make the big dance, but look at Lane Snook. Lane Snook didn't even let off the gas, man. That kid's got no fear. He's going after the veteran as Goldner gets back by. Snook is going to try and throw another crossover at him here. He throws the slider into turn 1. Goldner right back underneath him. Slide back into turn number 3. But now Lane Snook has got company. Here comes Wyatt Vick. Wyatt Vick wants to put himself into the show. Driver out of Evansville, Indiana, in car number 32W. Lost a little bit of ground that time, and now he's got Ross Carinta all over him. You see Carinta really banging it off the cushion and even going over the cushion, trying to build momentum to make a move here on Wyatt Vick, but they are coming to the checkered flag this time. It's been Jeff Fitzpatrick all alone out front, and the driver out of Blaine, Minnesota will win heat race number 4. Fitzpatrick in there for the win. Terry Landis, a great run for second here in our fourth heat race of the night tonight. Steven Goldner comes home in third, and finishing in fourth was the 123K of Lane Snook. Folks, that'll bring us up to the E-Toronto Tickets B Main. Tonight's GForce Renegades Division B Main is brought to you by E-Toronto Tickets. Toronto and North America's ticketing choice for major concerts, shows, and sporting events. Remember, eToronto Tickets doesn't charge additional fees, so get your fee-free tickets today from eToronto Tickets. I know it's been tough sledding for our friends up north of the border up there in Canada, but boy, when things get opened back up and events are able to take place and concerts and sporting events and whatnot, be sure to give eToronto Tickets a follow and give them your the first shot at your business once things get opened back up and we get back to enjoying all these great events. We've got, looks like, 14 cars ready to take the green here in the eToronto Tickets B Main. Garrett Pepe, Sean Bowers are going to bring them to the green flag. Bowers in the 03, Pepe in the 47. Jeffrey Barker, Ross Carinta going to make up row number 2. Row number 3 is going to be Greg Boydell and Matt Ramsey. Francis Major, Wyatt Vick are going to make up row number 4. Your dancing partners in row number 5 is going to be Larry Moody in the 73. And Maxime Langevin in the 161. Preston Cranmer, Joe Backus, they got a long way to go from row number 6 here tonight. And row number 7, Chad Cote, Braden Finsel. And of course, Braden Finsel running that throwback paint scheme here tonight aboard the 1F. So this is going to be interesting, folks. 12 laps the distance. Top 8 go to the A main tonight. Top 8 go to the A main. So we're going to put 6 on the trailer after this one, and let me tell you, there is some very, very potent cars, and a few of them I expect to make some big moves coming from the back of the pack. This is going to be interesting here. Well, as they grid them up on the back straightaway, they get tightened up, no more than a half a car length apart from each other. They're gridding up here for the eToronto Tickets B Main. It's your last chance to make the big dance. Green lights are coming on off of turn number 4. The eToronto Tickets B Main is green. Green lights are on. Sean Bowers wasted no time as he goes to the top of the leaderboard. Here on lap number 1, as these guys are going to duke it out here, trying to take home that fight. Oh, we got contact. Langevin and Joe Backus are together in turn number 2. So an accident there in turn 2 is going to drop those guys out of contention here for the transfer spot. Right now, your 8th and final transfer car is Francis Major in the 25. We watch your leaders here as Pepe takes over the race lead. He sneaks by. Bowers to take the top spot. Carinta's right there in 3. And as they start to sort it out, we've got action back here for the final transfer spot. 73, Larry Moody going by the 25 of Major. Major fights back down. Oh, they got contact. Moody and the 45 of Ramsey got together. That opens up the door here for the 07 of Preston Cranmer. And right behind him, you've got the 1 of Braden Finsel, and he is battling right now with the 32 of Wyatt Vick. Oh, Finsel got a little out of shape as Vic takes over the spot. And now look at Chad Cote drive around both of them. Oh, baby. Check out the battle here for the transfer spot. As Cote now locks himself into the show. And here comes Braden Finsel. Finsel is elbows up here in this B main. The laps are clicking off fast. Coming across the line, lap number 7 goes on the board. 5 to go, and there goes Finsel with a big slider into turn number 1. Cote's going to try and turn it back underneath him, and Cote is there. Cote gets him into turn number 3, but Finsel with the ponies on the outside of the racetrack, driving that throwback paint scheme for Dad's birthday. And Finsel now puts it in the show off of turn number 2. He didn't lift through the corner. Here comes Cote. He's got to re-rack it and try again. And Francis Major, boy, I hope he can't see behind him because the dogs are coming. Look at Fensel with a pretty move into turn 1 with a big slider. And that's going to move Major back to 8th. Right now, you're right on board with Cote. He sees the battle in front of him. If they make a mistake, he is going to be there. Popsicle sticks are in the air, 2 to go. They're coming around to the white flag this time. Your race leader is Ross Carenta, but the battle is for the transfer spot. White flag is in the air, presented by 3-9 Productions. Major through the middle. Fensel to the top side. Cote trying to make a run down to the bottom. Oh, and Fensel drove around Major. I think Major might have been out of gas, and Cote hits the wall. Cote's in the wall. Major's there with him. It's going to be a drag race to the finish line. Wyatt Vick sneaks by to take the final transfer spot. Oh, my goodness. For the second time tonight, Cote clips the wall. And Wyatt Vick, who was hard on the binders, was able to find a way by, and by the skin of his teeth, Wyatt Vick transfers into tonight's A-Main. Wow. Well, folks, those are all the qualifiers for tonight. Coming up next is the Strickland GMA main, and we're going to bring it to you live here after this break. Stay tuned. You're watching the GForce Racing League Renegades from Volusia.
Introducing GForce TV. GForceTV.net is your new source for action overload. Featuring free live programming year-round and countless hours of on-demand video, GForce TV will be your first stop whenever you want to see the latest and hottest racing action. See live Friday Night Excitement weekly from Volusia Speedway, and watch the stars of tomorrow make a name for themselves during Thursday night's live microsprint racing. GForce TV is also the new home for Rivals Race Chat. Watch weekly as Clinton Jeffrey and Adam Ross discuss all the hot topics in the world of motorsports. For iRacing fans, GForce TV has you covered with hours of live broadcasting from Rivals and GForce TV racing leagues. GForce TV promises to deliver motorsports, esports, and action sports you want to see, along with talk shows and vlogs to keep you connected to the lifestyle you love. Visit GForceTV.net today to subscribe for free. Sit back, hold on, and feel the G's on GForce TV. What you want to do is when you're on your computer or on your cell phone, whatever it is, go to GForceTV.net, type that in your browser, and that will take you right to the official YouTube page of GForce TV. And down to the right-hand side, you'll see the big red subscribe button. Make sure you click on that, but don't stop there. Once you've subscribed, then you want to make sure you hit the little ringer to the right. That's the notification bell, and anytime there's new content uploaded to GForce TV, you'll get a notification, whether it be on your computer, on your device, whatever it is, you'll know when there is content. And as we've been saying, it's so important when you're watching these videos on YouTube or for the meantime on Facebook, make sure you give it a thumbs up, give it a like, make sure you're sharing these links, and that helps the actual content grow and populate throughout YouTube, specifically for the GForce channel.
That is Justin Eldridge in the Eldridge Incorporated number 25. Welcome back to Volusia, race fans. What a B main we saw tonight. You saw the quick replay before we went to break. An absolute heartbreaker tonight for Chad Cote and Francis Major as an incident. I think Major may have run out of gas on that final lap. He checked up hard on the back straightaway. Cote got into the concrete and flipped it, or kind of spun his car around, who collected the 25 of Major and the 32 of Vic. And in a replay of what you saw back in that famous drag race to the line with Richard Petty and David Pearson, Wyatt Vic edges out Cote by the hair on his chinny chin to take over the final transfer spot. It was 44 one-thousandths of a second. And that will bring us to tonight's A main. And tonight's A main is brought to you and powered by Strickland's GM out of Brantford, Ontario, Canada. Go where the winners go. Go see Rick Scott from Strickland's GM. They are back open for business, and they are ready to sell you a new Chevrolet GMC Cadillac. And stop up and see them. They just debuted a photo of the new Volusia Speedway pace truck when the Speedway is able to get fired up for the 2020 campaign. And that thing looks sweet. Stop up and see them and go where the winners go at Strickland's GM. Tonight's A main is gridded up. Let's tell you how they're going to line up. Jordan Hack aboard car number 57 is out of Grand Island, Nebraska in the Parabella Motorsports First Class Cleaning 57. He's going to start alongside car number 80. That's Kris Steele out of St. Catharines, Ontario, the Overland Heating and AC Fleet Contracting ride. Jonathan Short out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, in the Galen's Homegrown Popcorn. Number 51K will start alongside Jeff Fitzpatrick out of Blaine, Minnesota, in the Bandy Belt Race Cars, number 90. Jesse Bandy in car number 157 will take it away from 5th out of Rochester, Minnesota. He'll start alongside Kevin Fry out of Burleson, Texas, in the BMS Motorsports entry. The high side hustler, Connor Ross, out of the Parabella Motorsports camp, will start in position number 7 tonight. He'll start alongside Terry Landis out of Marietta, California. Mike Schultz in car number 16, the Whispering Pines Getaway Airbnb. Schultz Heating and Cooling 16s out of Naples, New York. He'll start alongside the 71 out of the Parabella Motorsports team for John Hine out of St. Louis, Missouri. Kyle Moonen's out of Lima, Ohio. He'll start alongside the 30 of Stephen Goldner out of Aylmer, Ontario. Brennan Lacey's out of Bixby, Oklahoma. He'll start alongside the 69 of Aiden Young. Scotty Edwards in car number 23. He'll start alongside Lane Snook with a new race team here tonight. Ross Corinta, winner of your B main, will start alongside Garrett Pepe in the 47. Sean Bowers and Greg Boydell will dance in row number 10. Row 11, Preston Cranmer and Jeffrey Barker. And your final starters tonight, Braden Finsel and Wyatt Vick. Well, race fans, we're ready for tonight's A main, powered by Strickland's GM. And as Land of Legends Wall of Famer Gary Montgomery would always say, race fans, it's time to sit down and hold on to your seats, because these men, by the grace of God, iRacing and 800 horsepower, are ready to go to work. The 40-lap A main is green. Lap number 1 goes on the board, and it is for Kris Steele. Kris Steele leads the opening lap. We've got a story on pit road already. Lane Snook did not make the start. Lane Snook did not make the call for tonight's A main. I'm not sure what happened to him, but he did not make the call, as they are 3 wide back there for position number 3, as it is the 90 of Fitzpatrick. Oh, look out! Big contact on the back straightaway. Multi-car accident on the back straightaway. A couple of cars, and Brad, I'm thinking they were on the outside of the top 5 there. Jonathan Short got a big piece of it. Short in the 51 started 3rd tonight, and Brad will get a look for us. You see Short had to call for the big smoke there out of the 51 as he gets towed to the pit area. Big problems for the driver out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, in the Galen's homegrown popcorn. 51K out of the Kreitz Racing 69K coast-to-coast sim racing team. And Brad's got to look for us. Let's see what happened. And this is where they got 3 wide here. Let's watch Short. Short is all the way down to the inside of the racetrack, and let's see if we can figure out what happened. And boy, it just looks like a couple of cars that met in the middle there. I don't really see where, you know, anybody that could really direct any fault. It looked like a couple of cars that just come together in a race and deal there. The racetrack has gotten very slick. It's going to get even more slippery as the race goes on. Let's take a look again. So it's Kevin Fry, the 21, the 51K of Short, and you're going to see Short try to turn it down and kind of diamond off the corner, and as he comes to drift up here, Fry is there, and, you know, I think that's just a couple of guys that ran out of room. Now don't forget, Jesse Bandy was out there in the 157, so I got to believe that Fry was keeping a lane open in case Bandy got there. And that's just a whole, you know, unfortunate set of circumstances that ended up with those guys in a tangle. Green lights are back on. Steele back out front, but look at Jordan Heck. Look at the run he got off the corner. He'll keep it up on the top shelf there. Jeff Fitzpatrick going to follow him through there. Meanwhile, look at the high side hustler taking it down to the bottom. He's going trout fishing down on the bottom. Call up Roger Craig. The trout are biting tonight, and Connor Ross is down there. Ross trying to make a move, but he lost some ground there. He lost a couple of car lengths to Fitzpatrick, but boy, he was making some moves there. And he's got a fast race car underneath him there. Right now, the top driver out of the, or one of the 2 top drivers out of the Parabellum Motorsports camp running in this feature tonight. You've got Jordan Hack that's up at the top of the field. We're watching a few guys here about mid-pack. Some of our strong runners here in the division. Steven Goldner, oh, look out, big contact there between Goldner and the 24 of Moonen, and we get a yellow flag. So it must have been an incident behind these guys that we were watching as close quarters racing there just before that yellow flag. And I think you're going to see this quite a bit tonight, folks, is you know, this racetrack, these guys are going to be searching all over the racetrack. The Rebels race earlier tonight, you know, the top lane was dominant for the first half of the race, and then guys started, you know, tickling the bottom, trying to see what was down there, see if they could find a little bite. And, you know, we only had 30 laps in the Rebels race tonight, and I won't say that the bottom lane was really the ticket, but guys were able to make it work. We'll see what happens. Here's your incident. Oh, Braden Finsel upside down. You know, Finsel has had an up and down night, and I'd say he's had more downs than ups tonight. Running that throwback paint scheme for his dad, who's going to be celebrating a birthday here. So tough break there for Finsel. Right now, Jordan Hack is your race leader. Chris Steele running in second. Jeff Fitzpatrick third. Connor Ross fourth. John Hine right now rounding out your top 5. And getting a look there with Steven Goldner and Kyle Moonen. Right now, your driver that's really charged up through the pack here so far is going to be the 47 of Garrett Pepe. Started 18th. He's currently up to 11th. Gained 7 spots here so far. So that's right now looking at your hard charger. You've also got Aiden Young, who started 14th and is currently up to 6th, plus 8 spots. Green lights are back on. We're back underway. 40 laps is the distance here tonight. And we just put lap number 13 on the board. 27 to go. A long way to go here at Volusia. And this track is going to keep on changing as we've got great battles. And now you see Kyle Moonen and Steven Goldner taking it down to the bottom lane, trying to make it happen. I'll tell you, if you've got a good handling race car, you can really make the bottom side work. And I'll tell you how good a car Kyle Moonen has right now. He just drove through the middle of the slick part of the racetrack to take a spot away from Bandy in the 57. Pepe gets by. He's coming through with him. Moonen and Pepe leading the charge to the front. Meanwhile, they're 3 wide, almost 4 wide. Oh, baby. Schultz, cover up your eyes. Oh, baby, we got a big wreck in turn number 4. One car, huge air on the front straightaway. Scotty Edwards in the 23, and he's going to come to a rest on his side. Big time air for the Scotty Edwards out of Kansas City, Missouri, in the Renegades Racing Sim Racing Concepts 23 machine. And it was Kris Steele who took over the top spot, back away from Jordan Hack on that restart. Been a hell of a battle up front here tonight, as Steele and Hack have been duking it out for the top spot. John Hines been patiently riding right there behind him. Let's take a look here at the incident. Scotty Edwards got involved in it, and it happened in front of him. It looks like Preston Cranmer was either sideways or had some help getting there. He was way off the pace, and these guys coming off of turn 4 really not a lot of time to react, and you can see the damage that ensued. Cranmer going to fall all the way back to 16th. Scotty Edwards had to be towed off, currently runs in 20th. And let's take a look here as we, contact there between Fitzpatrick and the 35 of Ross, and that's kind of what started the chain reaction here. Wow, and look at Edwards, huge airtime, launching off of the wall. Back up here to the race lead, and they got the 1 to go signal that time by. We will go green flag, racing off of turn number 4 next time by. Kris Steele, Jordan Hack, John Hine, Aiden Young, Connor Ross, right now your top 5. Kyle Moonen, Garrett Pepe, Mike Schultz, Jesse Bandy, Terry Landis, your top 10. Coming back to the green flag. Right now, it's Garrett Pepe at plus 11 spots, trying to go for that Epsilon Sprint Wraps Hard Charger Award tonight. Strickland GM pace truck pulls off of the racetrack. We're back to green off of turn number 4. Let's see what Hack has here on this restart, as they're already 3 wide behind him. Connor Ross now taking it down to the bottoms lane, and look at Pepe it right through the middle. Greased up the sides, stuck it through the middle. He'll get by Ross, and now he's working on Aiden Young off of turn number 2. Wow, Pepe, it's got a strong car underneath him tonight. Look at him slicing through traffic. Oh, contact, and Pepe, it's hard into the wall in turn 1. Now one car is up on top of the wall. John Hine has got a piece of that. He's up on top of the concrete. Somehow we stay under the green flag. Wow, I'm surprised we didn't get a yellow flag there. We're still green flag racing. We had cars riding the wall all the way around the corner. Craziness here. As we take a look at Aiden Young and Kyle Moonen. Moonen running in position number 4 after that altercation. Terry Landis is now up to 5. Mike Schultz running in 6th, having a great run for Schultz tonight. Started 9th, he's up to 6th, and this is one of Schultz's best racetracks. As you see Moonen just blast the top side of turn number 1. He'll drive by Aiden Young like he was tied to a post. And now here comes Pepe at trying to come back on the high lane, as now Brennan Lacey goes to the top side. He'll go around Ross Carenta. He'll go around Jesse Bandy into turn number 1. So Brennan Lacey, who got plenty of track time earlier tonight, and now look at Schultz work the middle. Schultz is around Terry Landis, and Mike Schultz is now cracked into the top 5. 9th to 5th so far here for Schultz, and now here comes the 47 of Pepe at Hill battle with Terry Landis to turn number 3. Schultz showed Pepe at the line there in 3 and 4, and now Pepe it's up to 6th as he'll go by Landis into turn 1. Landis going to keep it nice and smooth on the bottom lane. That might come in for him here. over these last 10 laps as we're coming up on 11 to go this time by for your race leader, Kris Steele. Steele is starting to check out on Jordan Hack. Just under a second was the lead last time by. Meanwhile, Steven Goldner, all sorts of slideways off of turn 2 that time. These guys battling hard for position. Back up front, the lead has now extended to a full second. And it's Kris Steele off of turn number 4 who leads them here with 9 to go. Jordan Hack is running in second. Third is Kyle Moonen, and I think Moonen is starting to close the gap. The question, oh, there's the yellow flag. Yellow lights are on, and that just turned this race on top of its head. Oh boy. That's a huge yellow flag for quite a few cars here. It's not a huge break for Kris Steele. Steele was out to a full second advantage. 1.2 seconds was the advantage when the yellow flag came out. But it's huge for Kyle Moonen because I think Moonen, the car has been coming to him as the longer this race has gone on. He started 11th, he's up to 3rd. Aiden Young, who started 14th, is up to 4th, and Garrett Pepe hits the pit lane. Damage on the 47, and he comes to pit road. So something was not right on the 47 car. Pepe brings it down the pit lane. He's still going to have about 7 laps, maybe 5 at the least, to try and claw his way back up through the pack here. But Pepe, let's take a look here at the replay. Pepe working on Bandy here to turn number 1, and nothing really significant there. Just rubbed wheels a little bit with each other into the first turn. One car getting real sideways on the back straightaway there. Not sure if that was the cause of the caution, but yeah, I don't know for Pepe. I know he got involved. You know what, Brad? I think it was the contact on the inside of turn number 1, but that was quite a few laps ago. So I have to imagine Pepe has been struggling with that damage here for the last few laps because he had a big shot into the inside of turn number 1. He's been trying to hold on to it. But we're coming back to green this time off of turn number 4. Kris Steele, Jordan Hack, Kyle Moonen, your top 3 cars coming back to the green. Mike Schultz is 5th and charging. Let's see what he's got. Green lights are back on. Kyle Moonen takes it to the top shelf at turn number 2, opens up the door for Aiden Young, and now he's going to try and bring Mike Schultz with him. Look at Brennan Lacey all the way along the wall through turns 3 and 4. Steele starts to pull away as Moonen continues to work the outside. Aiden Young, and now look at Moonen around Hack off of turn number 2. And Kyle Moonen's up to 2nd. Hack's not going to give it to him that easy. Now Schultz underneath of Aiden Young, and now here comes Brennan Lacey. 5 cars under a blanket fighting for a top 5 finish here tonight. But it's Kris Steele out front, and I'll tell you what, Kyle Moonen's got to get on his horse because I think Moonen's got a faster car, but he's running out of time. 2 laps to go for Kris Steele. Steele, the 360 sprint car driver out of Canada, weekly runner out at the Volusia Speedway. The Overland Heating and AC, number 80, bringing it to the white flag this time. Schultz is out of shape, gives up a couple of spots, but the white flag is out for Kris Steele. Kris Steele, who's just had a very fast car, and now here comes Moonen. Moonen's going to give him a challenge here to 3 and 4. Oh, but I think he run out of time. Kris Steele brings it up at turn 4, and he will win tonight in Volusia. Kyle Moonen's going to bring it home in 2nd, Jordan Hack 3rd, Aiden Young 4th, and Ross Carinta 17th to 5th tonight. And I think that is going to give you your hard charger tonight. 17th to 5th for Ross Carinta. Wow. Boy, I'll tell you, I thought Kyle Moonen, he was better than Kris Steele in turns 1 and 2, but Steele was just money on the bottom lane in turns 3 and 4. And Steele pulls down the big win. We will rack up your top finishers here to hear from them. The first driver we're going to hear from tonight is going to be Jordan Hack in car number 57. A very, very strong run here for Hack tonight. And if we're able to get him, we're also going to talk to Ross Carinta, who is your hard charger tonight. We'll work on getting a word with him. But let's start it off with your third place finisher tonight. Let's take it down trackside, and we'll talk to your top three. We'll bring in Jordan Hack, who comes home in position number 3 tonight after starting on the pole. And Jordan, it's great to see you back on the podium here tonight. Great run in that 57 ride.
Yeah, thank you. It's been a rough last 2 weeks with this new setup, but did a little team practice last night, and the car felt pretty good until about the last 10 laps.
What fell off for you there? What was the car doing there toward the end of that run?
I just couldn't find any bite anywhere I could go, whether it's high or low. I know Moonen found something up top, and Kris Steele had the bottom working for him probably half the race, if not more. So just didn't have quite as much as I'd like.
Tell us about, early on, you and Kris Steele were really, trading the top spot, having a good, consistent, clean run. Where was your car better than Kris's early in the night tonight?
Definitely the top, for sure. That's when I got by him early in the race. But then probably the second or third caution, I realized that maybe I should start conserving fuel, because I estimated probably less than a half of a gallon I'd run short. So that last 2 cautions helped me out a little bit. So,
well, a great run for you tonight and the whole Parabellum Motorsports camp to put it up here on the podium. Tell us about all the folks that helped make it happen for you there on the 57.
All the boys back at the shop at PBM, Garrett, Aiden, John, Connor, Velocity Wraps. They do awesome designs. First Class Cleaning, Chadill's Body Shop, Roger, and everyone that puts on this league and the time that's spent into this, and you guys broadcasting.
Congratulations on a great run here tonight.
Thank you.
All right, there's Jordan Hack, comes home in position number 3 tonight. Let's talk to your second place finisher tonight. Gridded up 11th here tonight and comes home in position number 2. We'll get a word with the Bandy-Built Race Cars 24 of Kyle Moonen. And Kyle, your car at the end of the race certainly appeared to be the dominant car in turns 1 and 2, but it looked like 3 and 4 wasn't quite the same story.
Yeah, no, it wasn't as good in 3 and 4 as it was in 1 and 2. Probably could have been, just kind of kept missing my marks and wasn't very consistent. Car was definitely fast, so.
Tell us about your run overall tonight. Started in position number 11, and everywhere you were, there was a really, really hard battle for position. I wouldn't say that tonight was one of those easy second place runs by any stretch of the imagination.
No, it wasn't at all. I was kind of debating at the beginning of the race if I was going to go to the top, the bottom, where everyone else was going to be, and the majority was at the top at the beginning, and you couldn't get the run off the bottom that you needed. So I just was trying to be kind of patient, and that last restart, I had bad dreams about last week on the last restart, putting it off a 1 and 2. So I was just definitely trying to hold on, get a good points night.
Well, you definitely did that, and had a pretty strong run to get up there with second. Such a great battle all through the top 5, especially on that final restart. What were you thinking going into that final restart about your chances at that point?
Honestly, I was feeling pretty good. I would kind of run them down, then I'd kind of lose a little bit, and I thought, if I got to their bumper there, which I got around, I think it was Hack, their that was in second on that last restart, and I knew I had such a good run going through 1 and 2. If I could keep it going through 3 and 4, I'd be in good shape. But and Kris was fast, and he was consistent, and he beat me. So
that 80 car was like Novocaine tonight, man. He was just very strong and consistent. It was a very good run for him. It was a great run for you. Tell us about all the folks that helped make it happen on the 24 ride.
Yeah, man, just pretty much everyone at Bandy built. You know, Jesse does our setups, and Jeff and Brandon help on those, and they do a good job, and I'm thankful for that. You know, I haven't had a lot of time with racing season starting to get on and practice, and I usually get on about 15 minutes before these start and just do what I can, and it's been working out. They give me a good car. Thanks to the rest of the guys are all a bunch of help too.
Great run tonight, man. All right, there's Kyle Moonen, comes home in position number 2. And let's head down to Malcolm Mills Millwrighting Victory Lane. Based in Oakland, Ontario, Canada, Malcolm's Mills Millwrighting is a full-service millwrighting contractor servicing forestry and industrial clients. And we will go to your race winner, Kris Steele out of St. Catharines, Ontario. Kris, your car, you ran up front all night long, had a very, very strong car right off the trailer tonight. But the difference was your car just being so strong and consistent, especially on that final restart. I mean, guys could get a run in 1 and 2, but you were lights out in 3 and 4 tonight.
Yeah, I just been watching Beagle a lot. He's been killing everyone on the bottom, so I figured I should try and copy him, and it seemed to work. So just kind of putted around on the bottom and kept her in the good stuff, and it seemed to work.
Talking about that good stuff, you know, I noticed in the Rebels race tonight that there was a decent bottom line there, but man, you had to hit your marks, because if you didn't, you were going to be in trouble in a hurry. Yeah,
as long as you slow up enough, and I mean, the car felt good too, so that definitely helped. But yeah, as long as you slow up enough and just kind of keep that left rear in there, and you can get some pretty good traction and go fast. So it was good.
You had about a second advantage before that final yellow flag. You know, we do run a family show here, but I can't imagine you were real happy to see that yellow flag late there.
Yes and no. I could see my times leaving them, so I was confident. With my car, so I think I made a wing adjustment and just stuck to what I was doing, and it seemed to work.
Well, it definitely did. Kyle Moonen did his best there at the end, but man, this 80 car was just on it tonight. Tell us, you know, a little bit about what it means to get the win here tonight, and having such a strong effort here at Volusia. I mean, is Volusia one of your favorite tracks, or one that you've done well at in the past?
Yeah, I seem to do well here. So I guess it would be one of my favorite tracks. Or Eldora is pretty good to me too, but definitely Volusia is one that I look forward to coming to. I don't know why, but we just seem to go good here.
Well, you definitely went well tonight. There's no doubt about that. I see a lot of great folks on the side of this race car here, and I know that they support your guys' efforts up at Schweika. Tell us about them.
Yeah, so I have a lot of great sponsors. I might as well just start. Gulfy Concrete, they've been with me a long time, helped me out a ton. Niagara Arts, our family-owned business. TriStar Forming, Fleet Contracting, DA Drywall, Lazani Homes, Safaro Stucco, and Curran Air Systems. So they all helped me tremendously. If it wasn't for them, I would not be racing at doing anything. So their help is very much appreciated.
Well, a great run for you tonight. Congratulations on a very, very strong run here to get the win at Volusia.
Thank you.
All right, there's Kris Steele. And that, of course, was Kris Steele in Malcolm's Mills Millwrighting Victory Lane. Visit Malcolm's Mills Millwrighting for any of your millwrighting contractor servicing needs. Hey, tonight we're not going to be able to get a word with him. It looks like he's exited the building stage left already. But tonight's Hard Charger, presented by Epsilon Sprint Wraps, they present tonight's Hard Charger. Give your iRacing paint the winning edge with a fresh coat of paint from Epsilon Sprint Wraps. And that tonight was Ross Carinta, who came from 17th to finish 5th. Well, folks, that's going to do it here from the Volusia Speedway Park. A great, great night of racing. On behalf of GForce Racing League Series Director Roger Craig and Vice President of Racing Operations Preston Cranmer and the entire cast and crew here at the Volusia Speedway Park, on behalf of our 3-9 Productions executive producer, Brad Ovens, my name is Steve Ovens, saying thank you so much for joining us here from Barberville, Florida at the Volusia Speedway Park. Congratulations to tonight's winner, Kris Steele.
Introducing GForce TV. GForceTV.net is your new source for action overload. Featuring free live programming year-round and countless hours of on-demand video, GForce TV will be your first stop whenever you want to see the latest and hottest racing action. See live Friday Night Excitement weekly from Washougal Speedway, and watch the stars of tomorrow make a name for themselves during Thursday night's live microsprint racing. GForce TV is also the new home for Rivals Race Chat. Watch weekly as Clinton Jeffrey and Adam Ross discuss all the hot topics in the world of motorsports. For iRacing fans, GForce TV has you covered with hours of live broadcasting from Rivals and GForce TV racing leagues. GForce TV promises to deliver motorsports, esports, and action sports you want to see, along with talk shows and vlogs to keep you connected to the lifestyle you love. Visit GForceTV.net today to subscribe for free. Sit back, hold on, and feel the G's on GForce TV. What you want to do is when you're on your computer or on your cell phone, whatever it is, go to GForceTV.net, type that in your browser, and that will take you right to the official YouTube page of GForce TV. And down to the right-hand side, you'll see the big red subscribe button. Make sure you click on that. But don't stop there. Once you've subscribed, then you want to make sure you hit the little ringer to the right. That's the notification bell. And anytime there's new content uploaded to GForce TV, you'll get a notification, whether it be on your computer, on your device, whatever it is, you'll know when there is content. And as we've been saying, it's so important when you're watching these videos on YouTube or for the meantime on Facebook, make sure you give it a thumbs up, give it a like, make sure you're sharing these links, and that helps the actual content grow and populate throughout YouTube, specifically for the GForce channel.
That is Justin Eldridge in the Eldridge Incorporated number 25.